Hi, welcome back. This is Kristen on our journey through the Bible, one chapter at a time. Just give me 5-10 minutes a day and we will make it. We will go cover to cover through the Bible before you know it. I can't believe we're already in Leviticus. I'm reading New King James Version, so if you want to read along, then that's what I'm talking about. And we are in Leviticus 8. The last time we did 7, which was about offerings for trespasses or peace. Now, this one's actually amazing what they used to do for offering to the Lord. And this is what the priests had to do. So let's jump right in. Thanks for joining me. We are in chapter 8 of Leviticus, the priests' offerings. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take Aaron and his sons with him, and the garments, the anointing oil, a bull as a sin offering, 2 rams, and a basket of unleavened bread, and gather all the congregation together at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. So Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and the congregation was gathered together at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. And Moses said to the congregation, This is what the Lord commanded to be done. Then Moses brought Aaron and his sons and washed them with water, and he put the tunic on him, girded him with the sash, clothed him with the robe, and put the ephod on him, and girded him with the intricately woven band of the ephod, and with it tied the ephod on him. Then he put the breastplate on him, and he put the Urim and the Thummim in the breastplate, and he put the turban on his head. Also on the turban, on its front, he put the gold plate, the holy crown, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Also Moses took the anointing oil and anointed the tabernacle and all that was in it, and consecrated them. He sprinkled some of it on the altar 7 times, anointed the altar and all its utensils, and the laver, and its base to consecrate them. And he poured some of the anointing oil on Aaron's head and anointed him to consecrate him. Then Moses brought Aaron's son and put tunics on them, and girded them with sashes, and put hats on them as the Lord had commanded. And he brought the bull for the sin offering. Then Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the bull for the sin offering, and Moses killed it. Then he took the blood and put some on the horns of the altar with his finger, and purified the altar. And he poured the blood at the base of the altar and consecrated it to make atonement for it. Then he took all the fat that was on the entrails, the fatty lobe to the liver, and the 2 kidneys with their fat, and Moses burned them on the altar. But the bull, its hide, its flesh, and its offal, he burned with fire outside the camp, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he brought the ram as the burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the ram, and Moses killed it. Then he sprinkled the blood all around the altar, and he cut the ram into pieces, and Moses burned the head and pieces and the fat. Then he washed the entrails and the legs in water, and Moses burned the whole ram on the altar. It was a burnt sacrifice for a sweet aroma, and offering made by fire to the Lord, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And he brought the second ram, the ram of consecration. Then Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the ram, and Moses killed it. Also, he took some of its blood and put it on the tip of Aaron's right ear, on the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. Then he brought Aaron's sons, and Moses put some of the blood on the tips of their right ears, on the thumbs of their right hands, and on the big toes of their right feet. And Moses sprinkled the blood all around the altar, and then he took the fat and the fat tail, all the fat that was on the entrails, the fatty lobe attached to the liver, the 2 kidneys and their fat, and the right thigh. And from the basket of unleavened bread that was before the Lord, he took 1 unleavened cake, a cake of bread anointed with oil, and 1 wafer, and put them on the fat on the right thigh And he put all these in Aaron's hands and in his son's hands, and waved them as a wave offering before the Lord. Then Moses took them from their hands and burned them on the altar on the burnt offering. They were consecration offerings for a sweet aroma. That was an offering made by fire to the Lord. And Moses took the breast and waved it as a wave offering before the Lord. It was Moses' part of the ram of consecration, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then Moses took some of the anointing oil and some of the blood which was on the altar, and sprinkled it on Aaron, on his garments, on his sons, and on the garments of his sons with him. And he consecrated Aaron, his garments, his sons, and the garments of his sons with him. And Moses said to Aaron and his sons, "Boil the flesh at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, and eat it there with the bread that is in the basket of consecration offerings, as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons shall eat it. What remains of the flesh and of the bread you shall burn with fire, and you shall not go outside the door of the tabernacle of meeting for 7 days, until the days of your consecration are ended. For 7 days he shall consecrate you, as he has done this day, so the Lord has commanded to do, to make atonement for you. Therefore you shall stay at the door of the tabernacle of meeting day and night for 7 days, and keep the charge of the Lord, so that you may not die. For so I have been commanded." So Aaron and his sons did all the things that the Lord had commanded by the hands of Moses. Can you imagine? Wow. Amazing. I think it's incredible what they used to do. The Lord can be demanding. I think a lot of it too, is my understanding anyway, was just maintaining their faith, or seeing how faithful they really were, if they were really up for the job. I think that was part of it anyway. Anyway, that's just me. But got my new Chosen shirt, Get Used to Different. I'm not sure if that's forward or backwards for you, but it says Get Used to Different. That, if you haven't already seen it, is from The Chosen. It's a series, the only series ever about Jesus, and it's amazing. It's a really awesome show, and I think a great one anybody can watch. Even if they're not believers, they will, I would imagine, most people would still enjoy it. And so it's a great way to introduce people to Jesus and what he's all about. But I love this line, Get Used to Different. And so I had to get the shirt and try and help them out. They're right now, they're getting ready to make season 3. So you can catch up on first season and the second season. And then they also just released a special episode for Christmas that was even in the theaters. So just saw that one Thursday. So that was really enjoyable too. Half the church went, it seems like. We had a whole bunch of people. It was so awesome. Really fun to be able to get out and fellowship and worship and see a movie. Amazing these days. You don't often see all that. And the fact that they had it in the actual movie theaters was pretty cool. So thanks again for coming. We'll be back again. And these are the first offerings of Aaron. So we're going through all of this. It's so interesting. But I appreciate you being here. And I'll see you next time. Come back. God bless.